Welcome to the Courtroom Chronicles. This channel is dedicated to educational content based on real-life cases and true events. This content shared here is drawn directly from the actual case file, and no names, places, or items have been changed. However, the content has been carefully summarized and presented for educational purposes in a comprehension format to inform, enlighten, and spark meaningful discussions. Whether you're here to learn, reflect, or simply understand the real-world scenarios better, you're in the right place. We believe in the power of truthful storytelling to educate and inspire. Disclaimer: while all stories are based on real cases, they are presented in a condensed and structured format for clarity and learning. Viewer discretion is advised where necessary. This case is cited from the Nigerian High Court online file, which is public record. This is a case between Yujallah Holdings Limited and N100M versus Guaranty Trust Bank Plc and N100 Court, High Court of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. Date of judgment, 26 January 2021. Presiding Judge, Honorable Justice Y. Haladu. Summary of judgment, educational format. This case arose from a dispute between the plaintiffs, Yujallah Holdings Limited and Yusuf Mohammed Balarabe Haladu, and the defendants, Guaranty Trust Bank Plc and Federal Capital Development Authority, regarding the sale of a mortgaged property. The plaintiffs sought declaratory reliefs challenging the exercise of a mortgagee's power of sale by the first defendant, GTBank. The plaintiffs claimed that the property was sold without proper notice or public auction. The property was sold below market value. The sale was conducted in secrecy and not in good faith. They were entitled to damages and injunctive reliefs against further transfer of the property. The defendants responded by stating a tripartite legal mortgage was executed. Plaintiffs were in default. The bank issued demand notices before sale. The sale was conducted privately, which did not legally require prior notice. The court evaluated whether the mortgagee's power of sale was validly exercised, whether the sale was conducted in good faith despite being below market value. Key legal principles cited. Once a mortgagor defaults and the mortgagee's right of sale arises, the mortgagee may sell by public auction or private treaty, Section 19(1), Conveyancing Act 1881. Sale at an undervalue is not, on its own, evidence of bad faith unless sold to the mortgagee or a related party. Declaratory reliefs require cogent and credible evidence. Findings: the plaintiffs acknowledged being in default. The mortgage deed expressly permitted sale upon default. The sale had occurred before the plaintiff's attempt to request a moratorium. There was no proof the buyer was a nominee or related party of GTBank. Plaintiffs failed to prove bad faith or illegality in the process. Outcome: who won and why? Winner: the defendant, Guaranty Trust Bank Plc. Reasons: the claimants lost. Admission of default: the plaintiffs admitted they defaulted on the loan obligations. Valid legal mortgage: a valid deed was executed with clear power of sale provisions. Proper procedure: although the sale was not by public auction, private treaty is legally permissible. Failure to prove bad faith: plaintiffs could not show the property was sold to a related party or through a fraudulent process. Lack of credible evidence: the court emphasized that declaratory reliefs need strong proof, which the plaintiffs failed to provide. Preventive legal analysis: how this could have been avoided. Timely repayment and communication: had the plaintiffs honored repayment terms or proactively renegotiated the facility, the sale might not have been triggered. Structured loan monitoring: plaintiffs failed to maintain robust financial controls or provide tangible updates to the bank during default, which might have enabled a moratorium or restructured plan. Independent property valuation: plaintiffs should have obtained a court-acknowledged or third-party valuation to contest the undervalue claim credibly. Contractual clarity and legal advice: understanding the legal implications of the mortgage deed, especially the waiver of notice in private sales, could have prepared the plaintiffs for the consequences of default. Litigation readiness: when seeking declaratory reliefs, one must ensure that documentary evidence and credible facts sufficiently support claims. In summary, this case is a classic cautionary tale in secured lending and the enforcement of mortgage rights, emphasizing the importance of strict loan compliance, legal literacy, and proactive engagement between borrower and lender. Thanks so much for watching, fam. I really appreciate you spending your time with me. If you enjoyed the content, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, drop a comment below, and let me know what you think about the case. I love hearing your thoughts and feedback. And hey, if you felt a connection or learned something new, give this video a like and share it with someone who might enjoy it too. Until next time, stay safe, stay real, and I'll catch you in the next one.